Just 1 second while I get everything set up here. Here we go. Good. Good afternoon or good evening, football fans. Big Al here on this Thursday. It is November 14th, 2024, and welcome to my Week 11 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread. We'll also be taking a look at the injury report entering Thursday night football between the Commanders and Eagles, and the latest college football playoff rankings. All that coming up in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. We'll take a look at those CFP rankings in just a second, but first, I want to take a look at the injury report for Thursday night football, starting off with the Washington Commanders. We got linebacker Nick Ballore. He's out with a knee injury tonight. Tackle Brandon Coleman is questionable with a shoulder. Newly acquired cornerback Marshawn Lattimore is out with a hamstring. Tackle Cornelius Lucas is questionable with an ankle. Kicker Austin Seibert is out with a right hip. So that means we'll be seeing Zane Gonzalez once again. And tackle Andrew Wiley is questionable with a shoulder. Nothing on the injury front for the Eagles, but the names listed are linebacker Nakobe Dean, tight end Dallas Goedert, defensive end Bryce Huff, tackle Jordan Mailata, cornerback Darius Slay, all of which were full participants in practice this week, and wide receiver Devonta Smith, who was limited in practice. Mailata probably will not play tonight, but he'll be back real soon. Okay, before we get into our picks, let's take a look at the college football playoff rankings going into week 12 of the season. And as always, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up these rankings. Alright. The Tulane Green Wave are new at number 25 with an 8-2 record. Army is up one spot to number 24 at 9-0. Missouri is up a spot to number 23 at 7-2. LSU took a tumble down 7 spots to number 22. They are 6-3. South Carolina is the other newcomer in this week's college football playoff rankings at number 21. They have a 6-3 record. The next 5 teams all moved up 3 spots. Clemson at 7-2 moved to number 20. Louisville, also 6-3, moved up to number 19. Washington State at 8-1 is at number 18. Colorado at 7-2 is number 17. And Kansas State, also 7-2, sits at number 16. All 5 of those teams moved up 3 spots. Texas A&M slipped the spot to number 15 at 7-2. SMU is down 1 spot as well to number 14 at 8-1. Boise State also lost a spot to number 13. They are also 8-1. The biggest drop this week in the CFP is Georgia, down 9 spots to number 12 with a 7-2 record. Meanwhile, the biggest jump in this week's rankings is Ole Miss, up 5 spots to number 11 at 8-2. Up 1 spot to number 10 is Alabama at 7-2. Miami fell 5 spots to number 9 at 9-1. Notre Dame is up 2 spots to number 8 at 8-1. Tennessee remains at number 7, also 8-1. BYU is up 3 spots to number 6. They are 9-0. Number 5 is Indiana. They're up 3 spots at 10-0. Penn State moves up 2 spots to number 4 at 8-1. Texas also moving up 2 spots to number 3, also 8-1. And there is no change with the top 2, with Ohio State staying at number 2, 8-1 record. And the Oregon Ducks once again retaining the top spot at 10-0. So that's a look at the college football playoff rankings on this Thursday. And I'll just record those during my picks on Thursdays, because I always keep forgetting to record these on Wednesday. So you'll get the new college football playoff rankings on Thursdays from this point on. Okay, now to the picks, both straight up and against the spread. Starting off with a big division battle on Thursday Night Football tonight, as the 7-3 Washington Commanders visit the 7-2 Philadelphia Eagles tonight at 8:15 on Prime. Your announcers are Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, and Kaylee Hartung. Both are in the top 10 in my power rankings for Week 11. Washington sits at number 6. Philly is at number 4. Current point spread is Philadelphia -4. Over-under is 49.5. The Eagles come into this game pretty much more healthier than the Commanders, and that may play a role in this one. I have Philly winning 31-21. I have the game going over 49.5, and I'm taking the Eagles -4. Now to Sunday, and we'll start off with another big divisional matchup, this time in the AFC North, as the 7-3 Baltimore Ravens visit the 7-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS, your announcers are Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, and Evan Washburn. And both of these teams are top 5 in my power rankings, with the Ravens sitting at number 5 and the Steelers at number 3. Current point spread is Baltimore -3, over-under is 49. Given the history between these two teams, the Steelers always seem to beat the Ravens in Pittsburgh, and I think that trend will continue. I have the Steelers winning 23-20, the game finishing under 49, and I'm taking Pittsburgh plus the 3 points. Next up, you have the 2-7 Cleveland Browns at the 3-7 New Orleans Saints. Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox, your announcers are Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Megan O'Leary. Cleveland comes in at number 24 in my Week 11 power rankings, while New Orleans is number 20, which may be way too high for most people. Current point spread is a pick'em, and the over-under is at 44.5. I have the Browns winning this one 23-16, the game finishing under 44.5, and I'm taking the Browns at whatever point spread decides to pop up between now and Sunday. As of right now, this game is a pick'em. Alright, another chapter of football's oldest rivalry is about to be written on Sunday as the 6-3 Green Bay Packers visit the 4-5 Chicago Bears. Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox, your announcers are Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi. The Packers are at number 10 in my Week 11 power rankings. The Bears, who have now lost 3 games in a row, has dropped to number 20. Current point spread is Green Bay -5, over-under is 40. I have the Packers winning 27-10. I have the game finishing just under 40. And I'm taking Green Bay as the road favorite at -5. Next up, you got the Indianapolis Colts at the New York Jets, Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. Your announcers are Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barber, Jason McCourty, and AJ Ross. The Colts come in at number 22 in my Week 11 power rankings, and the Jets are at number 25. Current point spread is New York minus 3.5. Over-under is 44. This is going to be a pretty tight game, I think. The Jets win straight up 24-21. I have the game finishing 1 point over 44. But I'm taking Indianapolis with the 3.5 points as the visiting underdog. Up next, my lock of the week. The 2-8 Jacksonville Jaguars at the 8-1 Detroit Lions, riding a 7-game win streak. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. Your announcers are Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and Melanie Collins. The Jaguars are at 23 in my Week 11 power rankings, and the Lions sit at number 1 for the second straight week. Current point spread is Detroit minus 14, over-under is 47. This is going to be a blowout, I think. Lions win 38-13, the game finishes over 47, and I'm taking the Lions at minus 14. Our next game I considered for lock of the week, and that's the 2-7 Las Vegas Raiders at the 3-6 Miami Dolphins. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS, your announcers are Tom McCarthy, Jay Feely, Ross Tucker, and Tiffany Blackman. The Raiders sit at the bottom of my Week 11 power rankings at number 32. The Dolphins are up to number 19, and that's following Monday night's victory over the Rams. Current point spread is Miami minus 7.5. Over-under is 44. I just don't trust this point spread. If it were like 4 or 5 maybe, I would probably go with the Dolphins winning and covering. But I have the Dolphins winning straight up 24-19, game finishing 1 point under 44. But I'm taking Vegas plus the 7.5. Alright, the aforementioned Los Angeles Rams visit the New England Patriots. Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox, your announcers are Adam Amin, Mark Schlereth, and Christina Pink. LA comes in at number 17 in my Week 11 power rankings, the Patriots at number 27. Current point spread is LA minus 4. Over-under is 43.5. I'm taking the Rams here 26-17. This game will go under 43.5, just barely by that half point. And I'm taking LA minus 4. The last of the early games, you've got the 7-2 Minnesota Vikings at the 2-7 Tennessee Titans. Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. Your announcers are Spiro Ditas, Adam Archuleta, and Aditi Kinkawala. The Vikings are at number 9 in my Week 11 power rankings. The Titans are at number 29. Current point spread is Minnesota minus 6. Over-under is 39.5. I am taking the Vikings 24-14. The game will finish just below 39.5 points. And I'm taking the Vikings minus 6, but I am not confident about this. Now to the late game, starting off with the 6-4 Atlanta Falcons at the 5-5 Denver Broncos. Sunday at 4:05 Eastern on Fox. Announcers are Kevin Kugler, Daryl Johnston, and Laura Oakman. The Broncos are number 18 in my Week 11 power rankings. The Falcons just a few spots higher at number 14. Current point spread is Denver minus 2.5. Over-under is 44. I got the Broncos winning 21-16 in a rather low-scoring game. This will finish under 44. And I'm taking Denver minus 2.5 points. Up next, the 4-5 Seattle Seahawks fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive as they visit the 5-4 San Francisco 49ers. Sunday at 4:05 Eastern on Fox. Your announcers are Joe Davis, Greg Olson, and Pam Oliver. The Seahawks are at number 15 in my Week 11 power rankings. The 49ers sit at number 8. A San Francisco win will force a two-way tie for first atop the NFC West, with the Arizona Cardinals, who are off this week. Current point spread is San Francisco minus 6.5. Over-under is 48. I have the Niners winning straight up 28-23. Taking the over 48 in this game. But I have the Seahawks at plus 6.5 to cover. Next up is our game of the week, as Patrick Mahomes and the 9-0 Kansas City Chiefs, looking to extend on their franchise record 15-game win streak, they visit Orchard Park to face Josh Allen and the 8-2 Buffalo Bills, who are on a heater right now themselves. Sunday at 4:25 on CBS, so that means the entire nation will be getting this game. The announcers are Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson. Current point spread is Buffalo minus 1, and the over-under is 46. And before I forget, the Chiefs are number 2 in my Week 11 power rankings. The Bills sit at number 7. A win by Buffalo will go a long way in possibly moving them up. I have the Bills winning 27-24, the game finishing over 46, and I'm taking the Bills with that slim 1-point spread. On Sunday Night Football, you've got the 4-6 Cincinnati Bengals, also trying to keep their playoff hopes alive as they visit the 6-3 Los Angeles Chargers. Sunday night at 8:20 on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Your announcers are Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark. The Bengals are up to number 16 in my Week 11 power rankings, while the Chargers are number 11. Current point spread is LA minus 1, over-under is 47.5. Now, I did pick the Chargers to win this game 24-17, and here's why. LA's defense has not allowed 20 points or more. In fact, they have allowed 20 points or fewer in all 8 of their games so far. All 9 of their games so far, I should say. And the Bengals, coming off that heartbreaking loss against the Ravens last Thursday night, will look to change that. But again, I have the Chargers winning 24-17. I'm putting the game under 47.5. I wouldn't be surprised if the over hits here. And I got LA minus 1 against the point spread. And finally, on Monday Night Football, it's the Battle of Texas, as the 6-4 Houston Texans battled the 3-6 and injury-ravaged Dallas Cowboys. Monday night at 8:15 on ESPN and on ABC. Your announcers are Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Lisa Salters. The Texans remained at number 13 in my Week 11 power rankings despite that heartbreaking loss to the Lions last Sunday night. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, who got destroyed by my Eagles, are down to number 26. And actually, I didn't move them either. Maybe I should have. Current point spread is Houston minus 7.5. Over-under is 42. I have the Texans winning easily, 34-14. The game finishes over 42, and I'm taking Houston at minus 7.5. Now, I also consider this game as my lock of the week, but ultimately went with the Jaguars and Lions. Teams off in Week 11 include the 6-4 Arizona Cardinals at number 12, the 4-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 21, the 3-7 Carolina Panthers at number 28, and the 2-8 New York Giants at number 31. And that's a look at my Week 11 NFL picks, both straight up and against the spread, plus the injury report for the Commanders and Eagles entering their big division battle on Thursday Night Football, and the latest college football playoff rankings, which once again I'll be doing on Thursday during my picks videos. So make sure you join me on Thursday for that. My next video will be on Sunday, as we'll take a look at the rest of the Week 11 injury report, including the Ravens and Steelers, the Chiefs and Bills, and the Packers and Bears among the other 13 games on this schedule for this week. So join me Sunday at around noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for the remainder of this week's injury report. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Thursday Night Football and all the pigskin action this weekend. Peace out.